Good morning, everyone. Today's lesson is all about God created me and cares for me. Our objectives for today are the following. First, learn that the Bible is God's message to you. Second, know that God created and cares for you. Third, be able to identify the Old Testament and the books in it. And our Bible memory verse is found in the book of Micah chapter 7 verse 18, wherein there is no God like you. You take away people's guilt. God will forgive His people who survive. He will not stay angry with them forever because He enjoys being kind. The word Bible comes from an old word that means books. The Bible is a big book made of 66 smaller books that were written by the different authors who lived in different times long ago and different places. All these writers were told by God to write down what He wanted the Bible to say. The Bible tells the whole story of God's plan of salvation for all people through His Son, Jesus. The Bible is divided into two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament is made up of 39 books. It tells the story of how God made people and cared for, protected, and blessed them even though people chose to disobey Him over and over again. The Old Testament's books is divided into 5 groups. First, we have the Law. Second, History. Third, Poetry. 4, the major prophets. And 5th, the minor prophets. 5 groups of Old Testament. The Old Testament begins with the Law group, also called as Pentateuch, which means 5 books, that tells how God created the world and the people who live in it, and how He chose the Israelites to be the people that Jesus, His Son, would come from many years later. God gave the Israelites rules called the 10 Commandments that told them how to live in a way that pleases Him. These 5 books are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The next 12 books in the Old Testament is called the History group because it tells the story of how the Israelites became plenty and had God's messengers called prophets and kings like Saul, David, and Solomon to lead them. These books are Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. The third one is the Poetry group. These are songs, poems, and proverbs that praise God because of how good and powerful and loving He is. Poetry group is made up of Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. The next group is the major prophets, written by God's prophets. These books are warnings to the Israelites of the punishments they would suffer because they refused to listen to God. The books are also words of comfort to them when they were captured and brought to other countries as slaves. God says He would one day forgive them and bring them back to their nation. This group is made up of books of Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, and Daniel. The last group in the Old Testament is the minor prophets. These books were also written by God's prophets, but are much shorter in length. They also serve as warnings and sources of comfort for the Israelites, as well as tell of things that will happen in the future. This group is made up of Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. Even though these books were written long ago about the Israelites, they are also about us and our lives today. The Bible's message is true in the past, today, and for all the time. Just as God created the first people, God created us and protects us and cares for us, loves us, even though we chose to disobey Him at times. Goodbye. Have a good day.